I don't know about you guys, but I hate shopping with women. I hate shopping with women. Now, when you're a kid as a man, it's a lot more tolerable. I mean, you kind of have to go, you know. What other choice do you have? It's not like they can leave you at home in the house for the whole time. But you kind of don't really have a choice but to hang out with them, you know. But it's not until you get older, you actually have a bit more choice in your life and you're able to make the decisions that you actually want. You know, when you naturally grow older, usually in your teenage years, this starts to happen. You start to have more priorities and more interests, and I know that's not with shopping. Now, diving into the deep topics as to why I don't like shopping with women, well, it all goes down, and of the fact of the matter that women don't know what they fucking want when they're in shops. They don't know what they want. Every time you go shopping with a woman, I'm going to speak from my experience. I'm sure you guys can relate too because we're both men here, right? My content's primarily based towards men, so I'd only assume. But whenever I go shopping with females, let's say my family, for instance, mum, sisters, primarily mum because I mostly go shopping with her. And what I'm going to say generalizes most women because my mum is like most women. When you're shopping with a woman, they will say they want a certain item. Me having my logical brain, I'm thinking, okay, cool. So she wanted to buy a few milk bottles and toilet paper. But then you pass something that catches her eye. Now, I'm sure that's normal. You're in a shop. There's going to be loads of products which pique your interests. However, you catch them staring a bit too long. Far too long. And it gets to the point where they'll be staring at it for a good 30 minutes, man. And from a man's perspective, it's just like this boring filler side quest mission where you're just constantly hearing her debating on what type of clothing she wants to wear. Golden, do you like this? Golden, do you like this? Do you like this? It's like, I won't say out loud, but facial expression makes it pretty clear in that moment from the man's behalf. I don't give a fuck. Let's just get out of the shop. I don't care. And that's something, I just hate. Now, I'm sure there may be exceptions. Let's say you're traveling the world or something like that. Just going into all these fancy stores. But I'm primarily talking about clothing. And just like items that would enhance the female's beauty. Going to those type of shops with a woman? Hey, no. Because I'm telling you, even if that period is like a 30-minute period, I'm telling you, it will feel like a 2-hour period. And I'll just be in my head thinking, what am I doing? I could be doing so much other things that actually pique my interest, rather than just doing these filler missions that bear no substance to my life. Just debating what clothes you want to wear. It's like, I don't care. Hence why I don't go shopping with my mum anymore like that. Now, of course, every now and then, but in comparison to when I was a kid, I would do that shit all the time and I loved it. Grow up a bit, you get to my age, like late teens. Well, it usually happens to people in their early teens, really, but I just realized, no, this shit's not for me, man. It's just not the type of stuff I'm into. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate, a woman who values her clothing, but I don't want to do that shopping with you. I couldn't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care who gets angry in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I don't like shopping with women for the most part. Because it takes too long. They don't know what they want in shopping. They say they want to buy one thing. All of a sudden you have them staring at another product that was never even comprehensible in their mind until they laid eyes upon it. It's kind of like children. It reminds me of when I was a child. You say you want to buy one thing and then another product pops up which piques your interest. Now you can't stop purchasing that or having the desire of wanting to purchase it. And I'd say women have a lot less self-control than us men. I'll give you an example. I would go shopping. I'd see this really tasty croissant, for instance. I see a boulangerie. Flipping, it's the French again, man. Bakery. It's a really fancy bakery. And I never intended to buy that croissant, right? Because I knew I wanted to buy. I just know in my head, I'm here for this. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna log the feed in my fitness pal. And I'm gonna get on with my day. That's how us men operate. So there be days I see that food the same way women would, in the sense that they see something valuable that piques their interest. But I tell myself, no, you're not buying that. I physically, manually tell myself, even if I really want to buy it, I say no. Because I have self-control. And that's not a skill you build overnight. It's something I got from the gym. I have a strong enough why. So I never bought it, even though I really, really wanted it. So with men, it's a lot easier to shop because we know what we want in shopping. We already have like this invisible manual list in our heads of what to buy. And we care. Now my brother actually told me something very interesting in terms of shopping, multi-sex, unisex type shopping centers, primarily clothing shops. And it's that, and I've never paid attention to what I'm about to tell you, but I found out from his words that most female clothing are marketed at the front of the store. So there's a word for it when you can, what's the word when you can see the outside of a store? I'm gonna call it the display. I'm sure it's the display. So in unisex shoppings, centers, primarily clothing, male or female, the female items are gonna be pushed at the center of the shop prior to you coming in, the display, if you will. And that's because women are a lot easier to pull in and trick into when they coming into your shop. They're a lot more emotional, right? So they're kind of everywhere in their head. They don't even know what they fucking want. They just see something that's stimulating to their brain. Buy. With men, it's like, I already know what I want. Even if something looks fancy to me, well, I know I never wanted to buy that. And I'm going to have to take the the delayed gratification via taking the pain of not being able to purchase it because it's not time yet. Oh, yeah. Someone else can buy it. Us men are like that. Women is different. I remember I would go shopping, I would have whole days as a kid where I'd go shopping centers with, a mom or sisters. So boring. So boring. I'd want to sleep. Those were the worst days of my life in terms of entertainment. And even my form of entertainment isn't even the instant gratification things. It's the reading, the consuming, mindful content. It's playing my recorder instrument I have at home. It's learning languages. It's working out. It's researching fancy places online that I want to live at in the future and just luxury stuff. Combat, boxing, journaling, all that good stuff, man. Meditate, mindfulness. That's my form of entertainment. And I can tell you for sure, going shopping with women is very low on the list. Even when you're married and you kind of have to do the mandatory furniture shopping stuff, I don't want to do that and I don't give a shit. Do I have to eventually do it at some point? Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm not getting married in a long time, so I don't need to worry about that right now. I don't need to push that forward via putting my dick in a woman, coming inside her, and then having to mandatory work a fucking 9 to 5 that I hate to put food on the table for the upcoming child and the mom. Basically being forced to do the furniture shopping. I don't need to bring that in now by having self-control my dick. By not going. I don't know how we started talking about shopping with women to talking about dick and sticks. We'll go back to the topic. But yeah, I really addressed my point, really. That's pretty much everything I have to say. And I just view it as a time waste because I don't know, I'm not so gay. To which, is it gay? Is it a sin to be gay? Absolutely. But, I'm not one to judge, to each their own. But unless you're gay, I've never seen a single man, well, I'm sure there's a few diamonds in the rough who are actually straight, but I've actually never seen a straight man genuinely enjoy shopping with a woman. A woman just all in her head, I don't know what to buy, I've never seen a straight, purposeful homosexual man genuinely have pleasure in doing that type of stuff. Hey, maybe if it's in seasons, but even then, that's because they don't do it as often. And usually when you don't do it as often, you tend to find the value in things. I'm talking about the people who, I've never seen a straight man consistently go shopping with a woman for shit that doesn't really matter to our psyche I'm not telling you to devalue your fashion as men as in terms of clothing. Always take care of that, but I'm just talking about in general. Just clothing. I've never seen a straight man genuinely be and do it on a consistent basis. Be fascinated with the woman's clothing adventures. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Maybe the models are an exception. I don't know, but with me, man, at 19, moving on to 20 in about 9 months. Wow, that's shit's not for me. And so I don't do it anymore. I don't like going shopping with women, especially clothing shopping. Now I'm sure there may be a season every once in a while that I can genuinely enjoy it, but that's only because of the fact that I didn't do it in a long time, so I'm able to find the value again. But I never do it in a consistent basis, especially as a masculine, purposeful man. Clothing shopping with women as a whole, in most subjects in general, that shit's not for me. It's boring as fuck.